After doing some inquiry, I've come to this emptiness within me, but also not part of me. When I stare at it, there's a satisfaction of being sucked into it. Shall I just keep looking into this void? Hi, Tamid. It's too hard for me to comment on these very personal situations, so I don't know really what's happening inside of you. But if it's not creating pain, it's an interesting exploration. Like, what is this emptiness? And this expansiveness? And who is the one that's looking at this emptiness and this expansiveness? Ben, hi, I can relate. Sometimes it feels like emptiness in a bad way, like loveless, not all the time. Occasionally, when I've gone into the void, I've felt like I found myself in there sometimes. Yeah. There can also be another void. So, when you've been often neglected or psychologically abused in childhood, or had big trauma, there can be this void where a personality is not created. And it is about lovelessness, because it's about you not existing on a human level. So it's not really about the absolute. And sometimes the emptiness, this expansiveness, can be mixed up with this personality of not feeling like you have a personality and not feeling like you exist. Although that it won't say this to you, you won't look inside and it will say, oh, I feel like I'm not a personality. It's like something you have to deeply explore with a psychologist. Yeah. So these two things can get muddled up. So again, explore the internet, understand the psychology of what's happening inside of you, and then keep moving your attention back to the I am and to what's happening in this moment, to the feelings, the sensations. But you also have to understand what's happening in the subconscious and what these illusory thoughts are telling you. A lot of the time, there's a cutting off from the feeling, there's living up in the head, and there is a belief in these thoughts that are very defensive. And there's not an actual going into the depth of what the thought is, of like, I feel lonely or I feel abandoned, because there's a fear of that, so there's a defensiveness that comes up, grandiosity or a defensiveness.